Good afternoon. So today we are going to study session 5 in matrix method of structural analysis in module 1. I am Dr. Jyoti TK, Assistant Professor, Government Engineering College, Ramnagar. So here today we are going to study about principle of superposition and minimum potential energy. So what is this principle of superposition? This you have already studied in your elements of civil engineering in the first semester. Let me recall. This principle of superposition is a central concept in the analysis of the structure. This is applicable when there exists a linear relationship. There should be a linear relationship between the external forces that is applied on the body and corresponding structural displacements. The principle of superposition may be stated as a deflection at a given point in a structure produced by several loads acting simultaneously on the structure can be found by superposing deflection at same point produced by loads acting individually. That is, summation of all the forces, summation of the deflection at one given point in a structure, that deflection is produced by several loads acting simultaneously on the structure. So several loads, for example, P1, P2, P3, Pn number of forces are acting. Due to these forces, there is a deflection at some point. Okay. So now this can be found by superposing deflection at same point produced by loads acting individually. That is, what is a if each load is applied individually, then what is the displacement? That displacement is equal to summation of all the forces which are acting on the structure. That displacement and the displacement caused due to external loads acting individually is same. So that is called as what? Principle of superposition. So this is illustrated with the help of a simple beam problem. Simple beam problem here. Now consider a cantilever beam. Can you see a cantilever beam here of length L and having a constant flexural rigidity EI, subjected to two externally applied forces as shown in the figure 2.1. So there is a load P1 at point B and load P2 at point C. So this is a propped cantilever. One end is fixed, the other end is free. Right. So now, due to this, it is subjected to two concentrated loads. Right. So what happens due to this? What is a moment developed at support A? What is a moment developed at B? And what is a moment developed at C? Since it is a free end, the moment developed here at C is 0. At B, based upon this M by EI diagram, it is a M by EI diagram. So it is 1 by EI into P2L by 2. P2 is contribution of this load P2. What is the contribution of that load at point P? So that is 1 by EI into P2L by 2. Similarly, what is the contribution of these two P2 and P1 at support A? It is 1 by EI. It is, since it is M by EI diagram, and M is P1L by 2 plus P2L by 2, P2L into divided by EI. So next, from moment area theorem, M by EI moment area theorem, we can evaluate deflection in the figure. We can see the deflection in the figure, which states that the tangential deviation of the point from a tangent point at P1 and P2 at C is equal to the first moment area M by EI diagram between A and C. When the structure behaves linearly, if it is behave linearly, the total deflection caused by forces P1, P2, Pn at any point in the structure is sum of the deflection caused by the forces acting independently on the structure at the same point. That is, if the load is applied at P2 is considered separately, P1 is considered separately, what is the contribution at support A? Or else, if you consider all the deformation at point A due to these forces P1 and P2 together, that you can superimpose. So the individually applied deflection caused due to individually applied loads is equal to deflection caused due to summation of the load applied. That is what is known as principle of superposition. So next, what is this principle of minimum potential energy and complementary energy? So the total potential energy is nothing but energy due to strain energy. That is, whenever a load is applied on a body, the body will oppose, right? So that is internal work done for that external force. So this is the energy due to strain. So that is internal work done, and work potential of the force, that is external work done on a body. So the total potential energy is summation of this internal work done and external work done. Of all the displacement satisfying given boundary conditions and equilibrium conditions, the actual displacement is the one that minimizes the total potential energy at stable equilibrium. So the actual displacement is one which reduces the total potential energy at a stable equilibrium. In other words, for a stable equilibrium, if a structure is said to be stable, or if it structure is said to be in a state of equilibrium, for any virtual displacement, not real, virtual displacement or variational displacement, change in potential energy is always positive, and hence potential energy got earlier is a minimum potential energy. This concept of minimum potential energy is nothing but can also be called as a special case of virtual work principle. So this completes session 5. Thank you.